Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro. Let's take a look at the forecast for today. Moon transiting Cancer, Thursday, June 26th, activates a potential breakthrough in discovering what is holding you back from manifesting what you desire, or releases you from external or internal controlling or negative thinking or conditions, as the moon joins Mercury, which is leaving Cancer to enter Leo this afternoon, while forming a cradle angel wings aspect pattern with Venus conjunct Uranus in Taurus, Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, and Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, as well as an opposition to Pluto, which bisects a yod involving Pluto, Mars in Virgo, and the Sun conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. Yesterday's new moon could have stirred memories and heightened emotions, which precipitates revelation, transformation, and liberation today. You may gain insight into the motivation or reason behind unconscious behavior or habitual patterns in yourself or others that have been a double-edged sword of both helping and hindering by limiting future growth while offering security or protection. And as the Sun and Jupiter in Cancer square Saturn and Neptune in Aries, and Mars in Virgo squares Venus and Uranus in Taurus, you sense that letting go of the mindset, beliefs, constructs, conditions, or relationships you have outgrown or which really do not support you will be beneficial, even if you don't yet know what your future holds for you. One thing is certain: nothing will change if you remain where you are. If you are looking for a knight in shining armor riding a white horse to rescue you, it could possibly happen because the current planets and aspects align with the heroic archetypes and stories of fairy tales, myths, and miracles. But expect a modern twist of some kind. Love at first sight or divinely orchestrated lucky breaks can happen now, and they may be life-changing, but you don't have to wait and yearn for it to happen. When you can imagine that you already have what you desire and can look around you and be grateful and happy with what you see, then love and abundance become a present reality rather than a dream you wait to see materialize. So, busy chart. We still have the two yods that have been going on this past week, as well as that cradle or angel wings aspect pattern that has also been in place, with the outer planets in particular being activated to push us to go to a higher level, to think bigger, and to expand our awareness and our consciousness. We've got a lot of emphasis. We're on the wrong day here. Okay, chart of the day. Let me go and fix that. I knew I was looking at something that felt off because I definitely had it set up for the 26th when I wrote the forecast last night. Now we're correct, June 26th. And we've got the moon conjunct Mercury and Mercury tipping over into Leo. I had the time for 9 p.m. when I was looking at something else. Let's put it back to noon, which is where I usually like to look at the day, where we kind of divide the day in half there. So you can see that Mercury's at that very final degree of Cancer, ready to tip into Leo. I believe it occurs at around 2 p.m. today. In Eastern Time, we've got the moon winding down in Cancer. Tomorrow it's going to be entering Leo. And we've got Venus approaching Uranus there within a loose conjunction now, and will be getting tighter in the days ahead. And this is bringing in the potential, particularly while we have Mercury now moving toward Leo, that the quickening energy of pursuing your desire to go for what you want. And Uranus will be making a shift on the 7th of July, where I think it's the 7th, where it enters Gemini. There's an uptake of air and fire that's going to carry you through that first week of July to become inspired and to create something new and to take the risk. Right now, you're getting a little bit of the push. We've just come out of a tight conjunction of the Sun conjunct Jupiter, being supported by two yods. Now one of them has fallen away, and we still have one in place with Jupiter, Pluto, and Mars. And a Jupiter-Pluto aspect is often always more of something. Most often the desire for more money, and the desire leads to whatever it takes to get it. So we have that in place right now with the planet of action in a pragmatic earth sign that will find a way. So the how is going to come into being. You're going to work through what you need to do to achieve your desires or to have greater growth and abundance in your life right now. And the cradle is definitely helping you with holding that bigger vision and sustaining it for the long term. Yes, you have to follow through with the impulse and go ahead and do something, but you also have the follow through and the sustaining energy that comes particularly from Saturn and Neptune conjunct in Aries, being supported right now by Mercury and the Moon. This is also like an awareness, might not always be comfortable because the Moon and Mercury today are squaring Chiron, and Chiron in turn is squaring Pluto. So we have this T-square in place where you may be aware of what your own negative patterns and thoughts and perhaps how you've been standing in your own way has contributed to where you are right now. Or doesn't have to be just you and your thoughts, but the associations with people, places in your life that perhaps have been supportive and protective in multiple ways, but maybe are not the best thing for you now. And it's time to move forward and be grateful for whatever those thoughts, feelings, people, or situations have been doing for you, but time to replace with something new, time to expand your boundaries and go on a quest. And as Mercury enters Leo, that is a sign of creativity as well as questing. And you should feel that upswing of energy this afternoon as Mercury makes that shift and the Moon is there to support it. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back again tomorrow.